Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the Sith Lords. Well, we're finally apparently ready to meet Zaskael, who's a Jedi Master that we've been looking for. Well, enough talk. Zaskael is waiting for us.
So you have returned from exile, though I do not know why. You were always difficult to read, when you were tied to the Force, and even more when it was lost to you. But I can see the mark of the dark side upon your features. I know how this will end. But I will answer your questions, if only for some measure of peace. In exchange, I wish only the answer to one. Why have you done this to the Jedi? Was it revenge or something more?
Your assumptions make you very foolish, Zaskael. Do you really think I am the one killing all the Jedi?
But you are. Whatever this threat is, it leaves echoes in the Force, wounds that do not heal. It is something we had never felt before, until you stood before us in judgment, and we exiled you.
Really? So, you see the same thing and you just instantly blame me, is that it?
Yes. Whatever was killing the Jedi, it was something tied to you, something you had experienced and had survived. Some of us sought to understand you, to find you. It seems we succeeded, even though we thought you were lost to us. Now, as we hoped, you have returned, but only to speed our destruction. Such irony.
I do not call this irony. I call this downward foolishness. I have questions for you. Answer me this, Jedi Master.
What I can tell you, I will.
So where shall we begin? Let's begin with the importance of I need to know why you truly cast me out of the Order.
We told you it was because you followed Revan to war, but you ask because you are not certain of that answer, nor were we. The day we cast you out, that is the moment I decided to leave the Order, because I do not believe we truly faced the reasons you were exiled, and if we do not examine such truths, then we are already lost. I think it was because we were afraid. It is a difficult thing to live one's life with the Force. To see a vision of what it would be like to be severed from it, it is more frightening than you know.
So it was fear that drove the Council. I knew it. More questions now.
Very well.
At the end of my trial, you and the other Masters discussed more of me. Spoke in fear. What was it that you said?
Ah, so the records of your trial were found. Good. Sometimes I think this galaxy would be a better place if there were less Jedi secrets. But I have no answer for you, as much as I would like to give one. We vowed never to speak of it, and although I would not keep promises to Jedi, I keep promises I make to others. And KotOR was a friend. If we were gathered as one, then the promise might be revoked. Until then, I can say nothing.
So, KotOR is the key here to the secrets, isn't it? Very well, that is good to know. More questions?
Very well.
Where are all the other Jedi, especially KotOR?
They have scattered, but there is purpose in their movements. It is both to hunt and draw out our enemies. Somehow, we, are being targeted through the Force, and when Jedi gather, we are vulnerable. So we have chosen places where it is difficult to sense others through the Force, whether on planets dense with life or touched by war. In such places, we may conceal ourselves, gather information without presenting ourselves as targets. It was part of KotOR's plan.
KotOR again? What was his plan?
Yes, he felt if our enemy cannot detect us, then perhaps they would believe themselves victorious and show themselves. And we knew that the war would be lost if we continued to act as we had. So if you hoped to pry their whereabouts from me, you will be wasting your time. Even if I knew how to find them, I would not tell you.
A pity. Did you know Atris is on Telos?
Atris? But I had thought she had gone to KotOR with the others.
No, you sound surprised.
Yes, she holds the last of the Jedi teachings. It is good she survived.
So you say. More questions for you.
Very well.
So, what, let's ask of the cutting off from the Force. That seems important. Why did you cut me off from the Force? Explain.
Is that what you think? We did no such thing, but it is a technique that has been used as punishment in the past, yes. It is a rare sentence, and to my knowledge it has only been done once, at a moment where a Jedi discipline has failed. What caused your loss, I fear, was different. I am not certain I understand it. We did not understand it fully then, and only recently do I feel we may have become enlightened. The other masters may have more knowledge of this, but I do not, and I do not know if they even live. Does it matter? It seems your power has returned. Perhaps the loss was not a loss at all.
So, you claim innocence of this. Interesting. Some more information I'll need.
Very well.
What has happened to all the other Jedi?
It is a long story, but there is no harm in you knowing. And someone should know. Only a handful of us remained after the Jedi Civil War, barely 100 in number. Then, even that 100 began to vanish, in places where the Force seemed blind. The only pattern we determined is that when Jedi gathered, they were seen no more. At the last Jedi conclave on the Miraluka world of KotOR, the entire planet was wiped out.
So I
An
heard.
entire race destroyed, because the Jedi chose to gather there. It was only then that we realized we were facing something far more powerful than we knew how to fight.
Is that why you hid then?
We could not allow the fact that when we gathered, we placed everything around us at risk. A Jedi's life is sacrifice, but we cannot allow our presence or actions to endanger others. And we cannot fight an enemy that will not reveal itself. But any Jedi, anyone who is strong in the Force, who attempted to track down such a threat, vanished without a trace.
Interesting. Tell me more of this threat.
I know little about it. I know more of the absence it leaves behind than its face. Whatever this threat was, it was targeting us and everything around us. Yet it was somehow weak enough that it was afraid to confront us openly. If it believed us defeated, then perhaps it would finally show itself. It was a faint hope, but it was the best we had. It was KotOR's plan. He was always the greatest tactician among us, and had seen war more than the rest of us.
So you claim. KotOR should definitely be the next one I seek out. Some more final questions.
Very well.
So how's this? How's this? You know much of these Force techniques and effects. Do you know anything of Force bonds and how to end them?
Yes, such bonds are a connection that can be formed at moments of crisis, or in the slow understanding that grows between master and apprentice. It is most common between two beings who are sensitive to the Force. It allows the transmission of feelings, of influence. It was something you were gifted with, as I recall, before your fall. You formed such attachments easier than most, even to those who could feel the Force only faintly. Even Vrook could not ignore it, which is saying something.
Ah, yes, Vrook. He was always, well, no need to dwell on past grievances. Is there any way to remove such a bond? It has become burdensome.
I do not know. A bond between two living beings is not something easily broken. It is not a choice. It is like breaking a feeling, like turning away from the Force. To break a bond, your feelings would have to change, or one of you would have to die. But even then, the bond wouldn't go away. It would simply be empty. A wound.
Something about that rings thorough in my mind, and I don't know why. Some more final questions about you.
Very well.
Why did you hide on Nar Shaddaa?
I had thought perhaps that here upon the smuggler's moon, I might find some evidence of the threat we faced. The bounties on Jedi and their disappearance. I did not believe the two were connected, but there was a chance. And the strong currents of life here on Nar Shaddaa make perceiving a Force user difficult. I could use it to cloak my movements and watch without being discovered.
Very well then. I've enough explanation. I know all I wish to know. Now what happens?
Now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. This threat has finally revealed itself, and we Jedi will need to stand together. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I, too, lost a Padawan on Malachor, not to the battle, but to the alternative, to the teachings that Revan brought from the unknown regions. And I was not the only Jedi Master to watch a student turn on them.
Yes, I heard. Still, to fight in the Mandalorian Wars was not a betrayal.
No, they were not to blame, but many of the Order did so. It was a difficult time, a time of strong emotion. Perhaps the Council, perhaps the Order itself, had grown arrogant in their teachings.
Yes,
it is
that's
easy
quite
to cast
obvious.
blame, but it is perhaps time the Order accepted responsibility for their teachings and their arrogance, and come to recognize that perhaps we are flawed. Not once did I hear one of the Council claim responsibility for Revan, for Exar Kun, for Ulic, for Malak, or for you. Yet, you were the only one who came back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us and may carry with it our destruction. Perhaps there is something wrong in us, in our teachings, and though I tried, I could not cause that thought to leave me, so I left the Council. And I was not the only one. That is why many scattered, and why many in the Republic do not trust us, and why we do not trust ourselves. Make no mistake, I am no Jedi. This is the end, you see. After this, there will be nothing, and I think it will be for the best. Do you wish to do battle now? I have nothing more to say.
I am brought to silence by your words. Zesarikair. You have a difficult name. Actual humility, repentance, wisdom. No, I think letting you live more right now is more of a punishment, and it will serve a lesson to other Jedi. Perhaps weaken them and their foolishness with doubt.
It provides no comfort at all, for reasons in which I still must keep secret. Suffice to say, redemption was not Revan's choice, and I have never believed those of the Council who attempt to console themselves otherwise for the crime they committed.
Is there anything useful you can teach me as payment for your survival?
But we have spoken enough, I think. In words, I think, dull us both. Let us speak through the Force, through sparring. It has been some time since you have used the Force, it is true. But there are techniques to enhance one's tie to the Force, to make your influence through the Force more potent. Yet, even as such techniques can enhance the Force, they should be used cautiously. They can drain you quickly, leaving you at the mercy of your opponents.
Okay. I do appreciate looking at
Perhaps exile
his epic
has been good
mustache.
to you indeed. It has certainly not dulled your instincts, nor the speed at which you learn. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins of the Enclave. If you gather the others, I will meet you there. And thank you, Exile. You're returning. It is good that you are back among us.
Yes, it is odd that well, Kai, whatever his name is, live. But I think, well, indeed, very un-Jedi-like or un-Council-like. He shows humility. He shows repentance. He shows responsibility in taking faults of his own. So, yeah, that's impressed Nardius Khan. Impressed him enough that he may live. There may be wisdom in that one. At least in Son Nardius' mind. So, off we go back to the ship.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
What a horrible choir you three are. I'm going to end your song. Actually, let's try out our new force thing. Because, yeah, we learned a new force form. This one, force potency. Which apparently increases the damage that we do with force power. So very good for us. Oh dear, they shoot hard.
Systems failing, Master.
Okay, well. I'll be right back with you with more preparing where we don't get shot. Sucker shot by HK units. One moment. Alright. A little bit different this time. Let's get some more resistance up. Damn! 45 damage. Yeah, they hurt.
Accuracy ratio
Hopefully
achieved.
this will help a little bit. Alright, that's 2 dead droids. That's good.
Systems failing, Master.
Still have resistance, that's okay. Oh, we're doing better now.
Systems failing, Master.
Yeah, Nardius Khan can hit hard, but he's kind of... oh, more droid chassis, very good. He is kind of a glass cannon. Can't take much blaster fire. Oh well. Probably if we buff first we would have been fine, but this seems more fair. Alright, so let's get back to the ship and well, see to planning our next trip. As we will maybe be leaving Menashida, at least for a little while. There's a few side quests we could complete here. Nice major quests we can do first, and we've had enough of this. Oh no, more of them. Alright, this time we'll be ready. First activate this. Then I'll activate, shall I do speed? Oh well, I think lightning is fine. We need the power. Hello, stupid droid.
Unnecessary. Annoying.
Yeah. You are very annoying. So what we're gonna need to do, I want to hit more of them at once, so I'm going to run past them. Alright, here we go. Now we select the rear one and start zapping it with light. Yeah, all 3 of them.
Failing, Master. Systems failing, Master.
So it seems, well, the droids are not yet done, even with Goto's destruction. They're just set on getting us. Maybe they've developed some kind of programmed-in vendetta. We beat so many of them, they all got vengeful. And uploaded that to their collective consciousness. So, we'll need to get to the source of the HK unit still. And maybe the Zerg brothers, as we still have not... I mean, we still saw their leader in the cantina somewhere, so we haven't gotten him or her yet. But first, back home. The balls are looking at each other.
It might be helpful if I made some changes to my remote's maintenance laser to do spot repairs.
That would be a welcome improvement. My combat effectiveness could be better sustained, providing an advantageous arrangement. And my miniature counterpart would finally be able to pull his weight in a fight.
Some rivalry there, I think, between the two balls. I think I will go for the second one. Or, I think we'll go for a second. Look on the bright side. KotOR is a much bigger target.
Alright then. I'll work on it when we get back to the Hawk.
You are back on the Hawk.
There. You should be able to do some quick fixes. You won't be able to perform serious repairs, but you should be able to patch up any broken droids.
That'll be handy in the future, actually. Players have companies with the ability to repair other droids in the party. Yeah, that'll be very handy.
I think it's time I gave your cutting laser a little boost. It works fine for repairs, but we could use your help in a firefight. Don't worry about it. We'll make sure they keep you out of their scopes.
Well,
hey, it's something for KotOR to be jealous of, right?
Seems KotOR is inspired by KotOR.
We can keep KotOR in line with it.
So, improve laser.
Iridonian, if I might have a moment.
What is it, KotOR?
I have spent some time in the presence of your remote, and the upgrades you have performed on him are quite adequate.
Oh, you already noticed.
I am impressed with your work, though less so with your remote itself.
What's wrong with my remote?
I find his use of resources, energy spent on frivolous things, to be an unsightly waste. But it is obvious you have some skill, however slight, in the upgrading of machines. I want you to provide me with similar upgrades.
I should be able to do something. I will see what I can do next time I have a free moment.
Alright, so droid upgrading all round. Speaking of droid upgrading, we got more HK parts. I think we might have enough to actually fix this little bad boy. He really is a bad boy. So let us see if we can repair him. Reinforce the damaged droid chassis with the one you have. There's a hum of power within the droids, and the circuits are sparking, restoring power throughout the droid systems.
Diagnostic. HK-47 activated. Running checks through primary systems. Assessment. It appears I have suffered considerable damage and dismemberment. I can feel all the cracks in my motivators. And my central control cluster seems to have taken several repeated blaster shots at close range. How crude.
Crude but effective. But not my doing. Any idea of what happened to you?
Answer. It seems you would know more than I. My memory centers are experiencing some setbacks. Reflection. Of course, for some reason that does not alarm me. I suspect I have suffered such repeated memory failures before. Still, the loss of my higher combat and assassination protocols is shameful and degrading.
You look a lot like the series of droids that have attacked me already.
Answer. Oh, that is impossible, Master. If I were out to kill you, we would not be speaking. And regardless, I am a unique model. Why, to think that there would be other versions of me would be unacceptable.
Well, I just killed 6 of them on my way here. Yeah, 4 and actually a lot more of you.
Statement. Master, I must inform you that your attempts at humor are wasted on a droid such as I. As I have expressed, I am unique.
Actually, there are a series of HK-50 units sharing your model and function that we've encountered on multiple occasions. As I said, I killed 6 of them on my way here.
Resignation. Very well, Master. If you persist in your attempts at humor, I shall indulge you. Let me check the ship's records, and we will settle this matter once and for all. Conclusion. You speak the truth. This discovery is also causing me some degree of anger and humiliation.
Are you all right, then?
Mockery. Am I all right? Oh, yes, Master. Why, I am fine. Statement. I mean, I've only just been reactivated, only to find that there are substandard duplicates of me running all over the galaxy, corroding my good name. But if
Just
they
as your
are in
body is
fact hunting
corroding,
you,
yeah.
then I look forward to the opportunity to meet these units and educate them in proper assassination protocols. Conclusion. So it seems I need you, for the time being.
So you are an assassin droid as well? You're a bit more obvious about it.
Recitation. Yes, as I said, I am an assassin droid. It is my primary function to burn holes through meat bags that you wish removed from the galaxy. Master, oh, how I hate that term.
Well, get used to it.
Answer. Yes, Master.
You're not killing anyone unless in self-defense? Yeah, no. Are you ready to serve me then, droid?
Answer. Yes, Master. HK-47 is ready to serve.
HK-47 has joined our party. Hooray! He is good with rifles and such. And he is HK-47, which is enough of a thing for him. Well, I think next time we'll have a little bit of a chat with all our new party members, all of our new crew members on the ship. I mean, we have HK, we have Hanha here, we have Goto. It's yeah, it's getting a regular full up little party barge here. Maybe have some words with Beador. I think we might have all the parts to make a lightsaber. That'll be cool. So a lot of cool things to do on the ship in the next episode. If you don't want to stay on the ship, probably skip to the next episode after that, because you know this is gonna be one whole shipboard fun house. Until then.